let's see how we can ruin this. Okay, so I broke my template back out to make sure that I'm finding the right length, and that sure enough that this end, this buckle is supposed to be this end here. So I'm just gonna lay this down. Feels like my strap was just a little bit wider. Than the strap. So we're gonna have to do some shaving. That's not too bad. Alright, so basically I just kind of carved a little shape in there. The general shape. And that's probably what I'm gonna do first, is just cut this. Actually, I don't want to use the rotary. I'm going to use my box knife for this. And the good thing, this is going, you know, this will be going into that piece. So it's not like this has to be pretty or, you know, I'm going to have to bevel anything or worry about dye. You know, I just want to get this in here. All right, I think what I'm going to do is just shave a little bit. Off the side here. You know, we're just trying to get this tapered so it fits. And I've given myself a little bit of wiggle room. Like if I need to, I can cut off a little bit of the end so it's not. Because we're almost there. I think my end's just a little too long. So I can just chop off a little bit there. And the reason why I wanted to put this on was so I knew where my stitches would need to end. You know, I didn't want to stitch a bunch and then chop all this off, because then I'm gonna actually would end up cutting my stitches and then they could unravel. So I wanted to find this first. So one final thing I think we're gonna do, a little bit of sanding. These are the times I wish I had more kind of power tools to power sand all this stuff. And you could get really granular. Unfortunately, I do not have that luxury. And this is just a kind of a fine grit sanding block. Because what I'm trying to do is sand down this area right here. So, I mean, overall, this belt ended up being a little too wide. For this bit here. So I'm kind of like really squeezing things in. So I think I'm going to have to do a little bit more manual shaving. Just barely. We're talking millimeters at this point. We don't want to get too crazy. Okay. So in hindsight, I probably should have done this pretty early on, instead of letting it get to this point. I think it's just kind of ended up causing me a little bit more trouble. But the reason why I kind of wanted to show you guys this portion and me doing this is to show you that there's still things that I'm learning, still things that I'm figuring out. And that's okay. That's part of this whole process of what we're doing together is learning. Each project, I'm learning a little bit something new, or I want to try something new with each project. I don't want to just keep doing things I'm comfortable with or things that I've done before. I kind of want to keep pushing myself with each project. And that's something I want to challenge you all. Each time, try to challenge yourself with something. What's this project going to be about? What's new in this project that I haven't done before that's going to help me take my skill, level up? Because if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, your skill level is going to stagnate. So you've got to push yourself. You've got to go to the next rung. All right. So I think that's pretty good. Probably still a couple more little minor adjustments I can do. Does pinch a little bit more in here than I would like. But I think, for what it's supposed to do, it fits my purposes. It's going to look cool. We've got, this whole buckle system with the keeper, really cool keeper, really cool buckle. And it's all going to look stinking awesome when it's all said and done. So I'll have to dye a little bit more right there. Probably just go in with some oil dye and whoop. But the biggest thing is I know where my stitches need to end. Great. Well, thanks for coming along with me on this one and trying to ruin my project. Could have been that close to having to redo this whole thing. Whew. Glad that didn't happen. So the next bit, stitching. The tedious stitching that ends in amazingness. All right, we'll see you then.